5 entirely new Doom the Dark Ages demons were just discovered alongside a never-before-seen unnamed character and a glimpse at one of the game's Atlan Mech levels. Concept art of a mysterious female warrior can be spotted during an extended shot to the id Software offices that was featured early on in the full Xbox Dev Direct livestream. She might actually be one of the game's side villains, as her severe facial scarring and darker red and black apparel are more in line with Hell than the Sentinels, although it's way too early to come to a solid conclusion. Concepts for 2 previously revealed monsters can also be seen, with those being a large variant of the Cacodemon that appears for a split second during the Cyber Dragon gameplay footage, and what appears to be the 6-legged super heavy demon standard iteration. We unfortunately aren't any closer to learning the creature's name, but it's still cool to see it outside of combat regardless. More than 10 enemies were listed on a whiteboard somewhere within the id Software office building, with at least 5 of them being completely new. The first and arguably most interesting demon is called a Cosmic Baron. Not only does this confirm that Barons will be making an unsurprising return, but it also implies that we'll be going toe-to-toe with several different variations throughout the campaign, which is a very exciting prospect. Serfs, Agadon Hunters, and Acolytes are written directly under the Cosmic Baron. The Hunters have made an appearance in both the initial reveal trailer and the recent gameplay showcase, but the other 2 seem to be unseen enemies. A serf is an agricultural laborer bound under the feudal system to work on their lord's estate that can also be referred to as a slave, servant, or villain. Acolytes are simply described as followers or assistants in a religious context, so it looks like both enemies will be lower class minions and not super heavy tanks. One part of the developer direct depicts hooded figures surrounding piles of gore placed on top of demonic sigils in a destroyed Sentinel church. There's a decent chance that these characters are the Acolytes, since the Slayer fights outside of the church and later bursts out of it to engage in combat, and it's unlikely that players would have to walk by unkillable NPCs between encounters. The second list of enemies is a bit harder to see, but the first name starts with C, H, A, and I, which could mean that Chain Gunners are finally making a proper comeback. Of course they did kinda return in the Ancient Gods Part 2, but they're called Riot Soldiers and don't really live up to their iconic classic counterparts. Demonic Hell Carriers, 2 unreadable Hellfighters, and Tyrants are also present on the whiteboard. It's not exactly clear what the carriers are for, but it is possible that the giant warships seen flying through the skies of Argent D'Nur are considered to be a type of Hell Carrier. A few developers can be seen testing out an Atlan Mech combat segment, and it appears that players will get to fight Titans throughout the game's Hell levels. The second half of Doom Eternal's Exultia mission takes place near Necroval and features tons of long-abandoned Atlans, so we may get to experience the Sentinel Crusade that led to the destruction of these giant mech suits. While this may just be an internal dev tool and not a final feature, a Titan is both circled and outlined in purple, suggesting that we may be able to turn off the new default glory kill indicators and replace them with the traditional enemy outlines. A preview of the Doom the Dark Ages soundtrack was recently released. Click on the video that's on screen now to learn more. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, I hope you enjoyed it. That's pretty much all that I have for now, though. Until next time.